The National Prosecuting Authority is to probe whether President Cyril Ramaphosa's CR17 campaign was used to launder money.
That's after the public protector Mmusi Maimane found that Ramaphosa deliberately misled Parliament and violated the Executive Ethics Code. She released a report today that found that Ramaphosa misled Parliament about a R500,000 donation from a company Bosasa to his campaign. She raised suspicions of money laundering.
The complaint was laid by DA leader Mmusi Maimane, EFF, Deputy President Floyd Shivambu and a whistleblower.
Another controversial public protector report. Mkhewane probed whether the R500,000 donation to President Cyril Ramaphosa's campaign was ethical and lawful.
The president misled Parliament.
Her investigation considered three aspects: whether President Cyril Ramaphosa violated his executive's ethics code, whether Ramaphosa lied to Parliament, and finally, whether the president's relationship and that of his family with Bosasa was improper.
There's evidence also that he was very actively involved in speaking to some of the donors because there's evidence in my position to that aspect. I therefore find that the president's failure to disclose financial interests which accrued to him as a result of the donations received towards the CR17 to be in violation of paragraph 2 of the Executive Ethics Code, and accordingly amounts to a conduct that is inconsistent with his office as a member of cabinet.
The alleged account through which some of the CR17 funds were transferred has led to claims of possible money laundering.
I have come to the conclusion that there is a merit to the allegation relating to the suspicion of money laundering as alluded to in the complaint lodged.
Donations to President Ramaphosa's campaign and foundation must now be criminally investigated. The public protector has also instructed that all donations made towards Ramaphosa's CR17 campaign be disclosed. She has further asked the NPA to start a criminal probe to determine whether the donations were used for money laundering.
The National Director of Public Prosecutions, within 30 working days of receipt of this report, take note of the observations contained.
The public also weighed in on the matter.
I think we should see what is he doing with this money, where's the money coming from. We don't want a repetition of the past.
If the president disagrees, he must take it on review, but as it stands, I really think it's a good finding.
He must also face the full might of the law. If he needs to take that report for review, he's got all that as a recourse, he can do that.
President Ramaphosa says he will study the public protector's report. The president says he submitted a substantial response on the areas where preliminary findings were deficient, both factually and in law. The president also goes on to say it's unfortunate that his submissions may not have been given due consideration.
The president's respect for the office of the public protector. He believes that that office plays a crucial role in safeguarding our constitutional democracy, but also holding those who are meant to account. So as we look at this report, it's within that vein that says that indeed the public protector must be allowed to conduct her work without fear, without prejudice, without favor. Now, we are indeed, of course, disappointed by the findings, which are very adverse, that she's made against the president. You'll remember that she had served him with a Section 79 notice in which she had laid out her preliminary findings. It's unfortunate that the final report seems almost identical to the Section 79 notice. So when you read it, it reads almost word for word as that notice. Now, what this says to us is that substantial and very comprehensive response, where the president, in the interest of transparency, of accountability, would have given her responses, they have not been taken into account. But nonetheless, the president has committed himself to study this final report, and then he will then take a decision on the way forward once he has done that.
The National Assembly Speaker, Thandi Modise, has 30 days to bring this matter before the Joint Committee of Ethics. The National Police Commissioner also has 30 days to probe whether former Bosasa boss Gavin Watson lied under oath. Patricia Fasaki, SABC News in Pretoria.